with song and joy and prayer. We begin tonight with words taken from the prayer Yidid Nefesh, which means soulmate, beloved friend of my soul, which is a love poem to God. It was written in the 16th century by a Kabbalistic rabbi in the city of Sfat in Israel. Elech Hamda Libi, these are the things that my heart desires. Hurry, please, and do not hide. And you'll see the words on the screen if you'd like to join in. There's a call and response in the middle of the song. Elech Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda, Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda, Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. All right, I'm gonna go first. Elech Hamda Libi, Elech Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda, Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda, Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda, Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda Libi, Elech Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. Elech Hamda, Hamda Libi, Husana ve'ana titalem. We turn to page 1 if you have your prayer book with you or if you've downloaded the PDF for candle lighting. And if you have your candles, feel free to have them now and we'll light them together. Taking in all this beautiful Shabbos light unto ourselves and into ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlek ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Kindling the lights this evening and last night as Sandy Jo lit them, as I last night put my little safety flames into the candles, as I imagined each member of our community lighting their candles at home. My heart was filled with hope, with peace, with comfort. I felt profoundly connected to each of you, to Beth and Bailey as we helped lead the Seder, I felt connected to our tradition. What a gift it is right now to feel a part of something when we spend so much time alone. Of course, then my overactive brain had to get involved in the situation later that evening as I lay quietly in my bed. Well, quietly ignores the snoring that was happening next to me. But my brain, anyway, said hope, peace, connection. Now? How'd you get to that now? Or more broadly, I think part of me was asking, how do we get anything from the chaos of this moment? A colleague of mine, Rabbi Dale Friedman, brought to my attention a teaching from the Baal Shem Tov, a formula offered by the Besht for finding wisdom in unwelcome experiences. There are 3 parts to this teaching, or 3 parts to finding some wisdom in an unwelcome moment, taught the Besht. The first came from Hachna'ah, from yielding. The second from Havdalah, or discernment. And the third from Hamtakah, from a sweetening of kinds. Each of those steps would go something like this. Hachna'ah, a yielding, a giving in to reality, a ceasing of fighting. Or in today's world, waking up and saying, another day at home. That's what today is. Once you've stopped fighting with your reality, the Besht believes that you can move into the next step of this process, into Havdalah, the same root, the same word we use to talk about the ceremony that happens at the end of Shabbat each week that we've been entering into in each other's homes, led by different members of community. When we talk about Havdalah at the end of Shabbat, we talk about separation, separating the holiness of Shabbat from the work of the week. But when the Besht was talking about Havdalah in this understanding, or this search for understanding, he was talking about an inward experience, a separating of what you thought you knew about yourself or the situation from what is real. The Besht offered the idea that each of us contains all of the wisdom we need within ourselves. It's only once we stop fighting ourselves, though, that we have access to it. And so, according to the Besht, we would go from yielding to discernment. And then, once we started listening to ourselves, we would enter the third phase, a sweetening, or at least a momentary sweetening. A moment like the one I experienced last night, or experienced again this evening as we lit the candles. A moment of connection, of love, of learning, even in this difficult time. I admit, in my experience in these last weeks at home, in this difficult time, or unwanted experience, as the Besht would phrase it, it hasn't been a linear journey. It hasn't gone from yielding to discernment to sweetening. It's been a bit of a loop-de-loop where I move from one to the other. And yet, I have found wisdom in these steps. And I have found them not only in the moments of difficulty, but in the moments of joy as well. I am yielding to the moments of joy, just as I am yielding to the moments of difficulty. I am working to discern what makes each of those moments joyful, so that I can increase that in my life. And I'm working on reveling in those moments, in embracing the sweetness, so that the little voice in my head that goes off when it gets quiet might get a little quieted. My professor, a renowned liturgist, Rabbi Larry Hoffman, posted these words to his Facebook page today. I hope they help you find a moment of sweetness in these Chol HaMoed, these middle days of Passover. The point of Passover is the spring, the pure, sheer, gorgeous outrageousness of it all. Hope amid despair, the destination that our hearts demand and somehow find, the sun at last. For we were slaves in the land of Egypt, and we went free. Let Passover be, especially this year, one great booming voice of promise. The human project rediscovered, come alive for each of us in our own way. Though shut up in our homes, we meet remotely. The miracle of spring to let know that every winter ends, ours among them.
Amen. Yasher koach. The Megillah, the scroll we read on Passover, is called Song of Songs, Shir Hashirim. This scroll is made up of beautiful poetry that celebrates love and beauty, the beauty of the spring, the beauty of the seasons. It has also been seen as a parable celebrating our relationship with God, which resulted in our redemption from slavery in Egypt. Either way, there's some pretty steamy imagery involved, and tonight we'll sing a few songs that are taken from Shir Hashirim, from Song of Songs, in celebration of this season, as we are in, as Rabbi Carey said, these intermediate days, these Chol HaMoed days of Pesach. So our first song is called Et Dodim. It's from a piyut, a liturgical poem that was written in the 10th century. It's based on a verse of Song of Songs. The translation of this is, it is a time for lovers. Come into my garden, my bride. The vines are blossoming. The pomegranates are budding. And I hope you'll sing along as the words come on the screen. Come, friends, let us welcome the presence of Shabbat. Page 11, Lechadodi. We'll chant verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we get to that last stanza, stanza 9, if you'd like to, you can turn and face a doorway, symbolically letting in that presence of Shabbat, or as we've been doing lately, just placing your hand over your heart, allowing that peace to come right into you. If you are standing, you can remain so. And if you are not, that is fine. We turn to page 15 for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabba Ba'alma divarach yirutei ve'yamlich malchutei V'chai yechon uvyomechon Uchaye dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala Uvizman Kariv V'immeru Amen Yehesh Me'Rabba Mefarach La'alam olam me'amaya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal Shemer Kodeshahu Richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Da'amiran ba'alma ve'himeru Amen. Coming home to the light of our souls, we turn to page 16 for Baruch Hu, dear one. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. With gratitude for the beauty of evening, for the rhythm of the seasons, and for the stars arranging themselves in the night sky. We thank you, creator of day and night, rolling light before darkness and darkness before light. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. For day on the light, for day on in the ocean, for day on in the ocean, the ocean in the day. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day keep it going, away on my life, away on in that ocean. light, night becomes day, and then day turns to night. Today began the first day of the counting of the Omer, a 49-day journey that leads us to the festival of Shavuot on May 28th. It feels particularly important, profound, resonant to count the Omer this year, as we are all counting our days like we never have before. The word Omer means sheaf, as in the measure of grain that our ancestors once offered in the temple in Jerusalem, each day until the spring harvest. These 49 days also mark the time the Israelites left Egypt until they received the tablets on Mount Sinai. In addition, the Kabbalists developed a meditation for each day of the counting of the Omer. Each week in this 7-week period represents the quality of one of the 7 lower sefirot, those fascinating mystical energy centers. The interplay between each of the sefirot each day, the way they work together, provides for powerful meditation and reflection. Today, the first day, which is now becoming the second night, because we start the night before, but we're just finishing this first day. This first day was chesed within chesed, loving kindness within loving kindness. Rabbi Yael Levi wrote, "Begin the journey here, kindness within kindness, in this expanse of wide and generous love. And so we step with tender hearts, with raw emotion, with all of our vulnerabilities revealed in these weeks, into the expanse of love. How will it feel? What will it teach us? We will only know as we go, moment to moment to moment. Source of life, with gentleness and with care, guide us into this expanse. Let love find us. Let generosity lift us. Let kindness embrace us all. Help us to be gentle with ourselves. When difficult thoughts and harsh voices arise, help us calm the mind with a message that rises from the earth and is carried by the breeze. We are each and all loved for exactly who we are. Help us to be kind and patient with each other. Let us ask ourselves with gentle awareness, how can I meet this moment with love? How can I meet this situation with generosity? And in those moments when we each fall short, help us be forgiving. In these challenging times, in these waves of uncertainty, help us open to the expanse of chesed, of love and kindness. Let us feel your loving embrace so we can be messengers of love. Let this season guide us in the ways of chesed so that in every realm, in every place, healing will go forth. Please join me in singing, "We are loved by an unending love." We are loved, loved, loved by unending love, an unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love, an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are are too embittered to hear. We are love, 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 unending love, in unending love. We are love, 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 unending love, in unending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too weak for meeting. We are love, 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 unending love, and unending love. We are love, 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 unending love, and unending love. Embrace, touch, soothe, and counsel. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love. We are love, 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 by unending love, and unending love. We are love, 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 unending love, in unending love. Listening for that love that connects us all, we who are created by the One. We turn to the Shema at the bottom of page 17. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Continue with Ve'ahavta, pages 18 and page 20. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol vavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh Asher Anochi Mitzavacha Hayom Al Levavecha Veshinantam Levanecha V'dibarta bam V'shivtecha B'veitecha U'v'lechtecha B'derech U'v'shofbecha U'v'kumecha U'kshartam le'od Al Yadecha והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lihiot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Tonight we'll sing Miriam's song as we celebrate our passage into freedom. Even in the midst of uncertainty, Miriam gathered the women to sing and dance. With hope in our hearts that we too will make it out of our confinement and one day sing for ourselves. We've just lived through a miracle. We're going to dance tonight. Get out your percussion instruments. Let's make some noise. All right, we're ready here. We've got Miriam's timbrel. Turn to the Amidah on page 25. The backbone of each day's service. A time for prayer, for reflection, for connection to oneself and to the divine. The Amidah